Don't
We
go
have
anywhere.
we have DeWanna Bonner and Brionna Jones questions in the room, and then we'll go to Zoom if we have time. Emily, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely felt good. I told you I was going to keep shooting till it go in, and that's what I plan to do. But that's what shooters do. If I don't take those shots, they usually lead to turnovers, and we already probably leading the league in turnovers right now. So I'm just going to keep shooting. But it definitely felt good to see it go through the net a little bit.
Natalie.
DeWanna, for you, how much does it mean to you to have your daughters to watch your career? And I saw you warming up with them.
Yeah.
And getting to spend that time with them, not just now, but as they continue to grow up.
For sure. It's always good to have them here in Connecticut. But when I tell you they do not want to come to the games, they do not want to come to the games. They always say it takes too long. But unfortunately, right now, my nanny's not here, so that's why they're here. But but they enjoy it. They have fun. I'm glad they get to see me play, because they don't really watch on TV too much. So when they're here, for them to see 1 or 2 games is always fun. And I always try to put on the show for them because I want them to play basketball. So, see her, be her.
Have they showed any interest in basketball yet?
Yeah, they do, but they always act shy. So they always want to go play and go shoot and things like that. But hopefully it's the shyness will wear off when they get a little bit older and go out there and play basketball. But let me tell you, if they play basketball, social media, you better be nice to my babies.
Yes. Any other questions in the room? Emily.
Crazy for you. Just how are you feeling after you had a long day a couple days ago, and then obviously a little bit more of a pared back day today? Was that just to try to give you a little bit more rest after the longer start?
Yeah, no, it's just been a balance of just, finding, those moments where I could, take a little time, but I definitely feel good out there, and I think that's just the important part, just, while I'm out there feeling good and just, listening to my body, making sure I'm communicating with the medical staff that, everything feels good so that, in the long run, it's a long season, that by then I'm, clicking on all cylinders.
What are you looking for as cues from your body to tell you, I feel ready or I feel comfortable?
Mostly fatigue, and then the way I'm recovering after games. Because the first couple games, the recovery was tough. I definitely was feeling like I haven't played in a year. But these last few games, I've been recovering better and just being able to warm up better and start games better. So I think just the recovery.
DJ.
For you guys, going into halftime, those are 1-point games. I want to know, what was the conversation like at halftime?
Oh, can't tell you that secret.
Just we got to be better at everything. I think there was a lot of slippage in that first half, and just kind of defensively, we just weren't doing the things that we needed to do. And I think coming out of halftime, we just knew we all had to be better at everything defensively, offensively, and I think we came out in the second half and did that.
Matthew.
Hi guys, Matt Price, Designated Report. Obviously, the 8-0 start, you guys came up and you were looking for 9-0. Is there any motivation to get that record that was set by Minnesota Lynx in 2016 to go 13-0 to get the start? Is there any motivation in the line that kind of inspires you guys? Is something you're talking about right now?
Actually, we didn't even know that was a record till you just said that. I think in our locker room, it's one game at a time. We don't really worry about the 8-0 because we can go next week, we can go 0-8. It's a lot of great teams here. It's a very long season. Of course, we celebrate the wins, but it's short-term memory. We next game, one game at a time, and we had no idea about a record. So I guess that just speaks a lot about our locker room.
Christine.
Coach Stephanie White said earlier today that she was looking for your guys' field goal percentage to improve just based on shot selection.
Oh, did she?
Is that something when you're in the game that you can kind of see where maybe the shot selection right now is a little bit off, or if it's a spacing issue, that's something you've noticed, or just something you're going to look back and film later and try and...
I think it's just just building that chemistry, like the way our offense flows and things like that. It's just putting people in the right spots and knocking down shots. But I think it's just sometimes it gets a little stuck, the ball sometimes, but we're just still working on building that chemistry and that flow on offense. And we've added some new pieces this year, and it's coming along, and we've started great, but it's just there's still things that we can get better at and improve, and we're going to keep doing that.
Yeah. I have to agree with that. We're 9-0, but look, listen, we're 9-0, we're winning, but we are not playing great basketball right now. Let's be honest, like we're really not. So we got a lot of room for improvement. I think a lot of people are looking at our record and looking at how we're winning, but we have a chemistry that kind of been around, a long time, and other teams are going to start finding their chemistry. They're going to get better. So we're going to get better. We have to get better. But yeah, we have a 9-0 record, but we have a very long way to go. We have the worst 3-point percentage in the league right now, probably the worst free throw percentage in the league. We lead the league in turnovers, but we got a lot of vets, so it kind of, cover up right now. But if we want to be better, if we want to be a top team, we know we have to get better. We know we have a long way to go. We're not celebrating these wins at all.
Any other questions in the room? Michael on Zoom. Michael, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. This is for Bree. Obviously, coming back, part of that is getting, your touch and your feel and all that in competition. But I believe you're shooting about 62% from the field, which is the best in your career. Can you just talk about how quickly you were able to really get that touch back?
I wouldn't say quickly. It definitely took a minute. The whole training camp, I definitely didn't feel comfortable. Just my normal shots weren't falling the way they used to. And in those first couple games, still just finding touch. And there was times where I'm like, I just can't catch things that I used to be able to catch. So just, finding that rhythm and just getting back out there. And I definitely felt like I hadn't played, in the 9 months before that. But just coming along, playing with this team, just slowly being integrated in has been good for me, and just slowly finding my rhythm, finding my touch these last few games has been great, and I feel good out there.
All right, last question. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I just had a quick one for DeWanna. DeWanna, you talk about the ability to win games in different ways. I think you guys had 24 points off turnovers today, which is your season high. Can you talk about that ability that some games I know you always want your defense to be there, but there's different ways you guys have won your games this season and how important that is in the WNBA?
I think if you have someone like Alyssa Thomas who can find anybody anywhere and literally get the ball off the rim and pushes us to keep up with her pace, that kind of leads you to fast break points, within itself. We get a lot of easy buckets coming off her push and her assist. So that's always a staple to fall back on. We know we always have that, to get us going. So that's kind of a bonus. And now having Bree back in the paint, I feel like last year everything was really hard and we couldn't just throw the ball inside. I mean, I was playing the 5. I'm not posting up down there. So now you get an easy bucket inside, when the thing's not, working, and then Bree's stealing, it's like, okay, forget the play, bam, that's easy 2 points, So we got a lot of things to fall back on, a lot of things to hang our hat on, which is good, but we still have to be better in our offensive flow, so we don't have to rely on those things. That'll just be an added bonus.
Thank you.
Thank you. Last question, Blake, go ahead on Zoom.
Hey, ladies, this is Blake Spadaro from Blake's Take and WNBA Swish. The team had 44 points in the second half compared to the 32 points in the first half. What did you ladies do as a team? What adjustments make offensively?
We challenged each other. It wasn't even the offense, it was the defense. We know what our bread and butter is, that's the run, but we can't run when we're not getting stops. We're always taking the ball at the net, so it's easy to defend. So I think we kind of challenged each other on defense. I think out rebounding us in the first half as well, so we got a couple rebounds and got out in fast breaks. And once that happened, I think we're a dangerous team right now. That's kind of what we've been, relying our hat on until we get our offensive flow. So we just challenged each other a little bit in that locker room. We don't really need the coaches because we have vets that's going to do it. Trust me, Alyssa's definitely going to do it.
Okay, last question on Zoom, James. Last question for the players.
Yeah, hello there. Just DeWanna, just on the Mystics there tonight as well. They kept going with you until halftime, but you really shut down their offense in the third quarter, limiting them to 10 points. But Ariel Atkins, you really start to snuff her out really in the third quarter. She was really a prominent player in the first half.
Yeah, Ariel is a all-star. She's an Olympian. She's one of the go-to players in this league, and she makes them go. And I feel like we knew that, and we knew the focus coming in. You have to game plan for Ariel. She's a great player, and I think DeJanae did a great job. I think our post did a great job of being at the point and taking her away from easy buckets, because you have to. Because once she get going, they get going, and she's our key focus. So it just says a lot about her as a player, but it just says a lot about our team and our defensive focus right now.
Okay, thank you guys.